I am Elif Erkal, and I'm currently a graduate student in Construction Engineering and Management program.
Hello, future buffs. My name is Dio. I'm a master's student and a research assistant here at CEAE Boulder.
My name is Katie Hinkleman. I am a third-year PhD student in architectural engineering.
Hi, my name is Roland Jones. I'm a first-year PhD student in the civil engineering department here.
Right now, it's pretty difficult to answer the question, has hydraulic fracturing caused contamination to someone's domestic well? I am looking at some of the organic compounds that are in the hydraulic fracturing fluids. Things like benzene gets talked about quite a bit. I'm looking at ethylene glycol, triethylene glycol, how those compounds will behave if they were released into a drinking water aquifer.
I wanted to be an engineer that creates social impact that can change a society. And the Molderson Center is the foundation for that.
Wildfires, their impact, and how microgrid can be impactful. This is a real-life example. Something that's not shown in the picture on the right is that the upper left fire is actually very close to that community's only connection to the grid. And so microgrid would really help them. And what you see here is that all these dots are changing in size. And what those represent are different nodes or groups of electricity meters. And the size of the dot represents the actual voltage. Voltage is really important when it comes to microgrid because it has to stay in a certain range and because different renewable energy resources will change the voltage.
In our lab, we study fundamental fluid dynamics problems that are relevant to biological and ecological systems. We do this using experimental tools like particle image velocimetry and laser-induced fluorescence, as well as numerical tools like computational fluid dynamics modeling in order to understand how organisms survive in and thrive in their fluid environments.
I grow a lot of cyanobacteria and study the biopolymers and biominerals that they produce for applications in structural materials.
We always talk about not only the research problems that they're facing, some of the perhaps analytical challenges that they have with their data, but we also try and talk about those career objectives, why they're doing the work that they're doing and how it's going to help make an impact on society beyond what we're doing in the lab.
I ended up writing my master's thesis on something that I've spent the last decade building upon and building an organization around. Having the opportunity to really curate something I cared deeply about around an issue and a topic area of impact that drove me every single day. The CEU program was something like a sandbox to figure out how to make that possible.
My research is in the area of geotechnical engineering, and I perform my experiments in the Center for Infrastructure, Energy and Space Testing, also known as the CEAE Lab.
In addition to the CEAE Lab, there's an undergraduate and graduate laboratory. In the geotechnical department, we have a total of 3 centrifuges that are used for different purposes. For research, 2 additional centrifuges are available. One is a medium 15 G-ton centrifuge, and the second is a large 400 G-ton centrifuge.
My topic looks at the influence of stratigraphic variability and interlayering in liquefaction manifestation near and away from shallow founded structures.
As part of our research, we do centrifuge modeling, which allows us to recreate real-life in situ conditions.
Here's a representation of a small experiment that has been conducted alongside with vertical displacement results. The setup will be integrated in the CEU Boulder's 400 G-ton centrifuge in a transparent rigid box designed by one of our graduate students.
In this lab, we are able to simulate natural wildfire and the ensuing impact that wildfire has on our water supplies. To simulate wildfire, we use high wattage lamps and place intact soil samples underneath them, raising them to certain temperatures to simulate varying severities of wildfires. Once the samples are burned, we place them in the rainfall simulator at varying angles, which simulate natural terrain. Once they're in the rainfall simulator, we run it at varying rainfall intensities and then collect the water that runs over the surface of the samples in sample bottles, which we then test for carbon and other contaminants.
Boulder is an amazing town, and the local foothills, you can see pictured here, are a wonderful playground. If you're interested in running or hiking, camping, skiing, there's a lot to do in this area. So
I chose to come to CU Boulder because of the location and because of the wonderful faculty here.
We do work hard, but we also play hard. Boulder is a great city to be active in. If you live here, you will find yourself on a great hike or on a biking tour enjoying the sunny Colorado, climbing up a tall mountain perhaps, or skiing down one. Also, CU Boulder offers a great community that is very supportive and welcoming. The student organizations support a plethora of different interests you might have, mine being dancing and climbing.